might be the realest stuff I ever put on paper, homie. Check me out. Off the bat before I get you started first, just let me make this clear. This is about to be the realest that you will ever hear. This ain't about no 24 rose gold or none of that. This is for my niggas only gonna try to get them money stacked.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you watching this video.
What's up?
We thank you. We thank y'all for watching this video. Today we have a very special guest. And before I introduce this young man and his dad, let me tell you, if this the first time you're watching the Student Athlete Playbook video conversation. And I am Barry Brown, the author of the Amazon bestseller, The Student Athlete Playbook. And we love bringing you outstanding young men, parents, coaches, athletic directors, anybody that serves youth. That's who we talk to and find out more about them and inspire the next generation, the next group of young people coming up behind them to do exceptionally well, not only in their particular sport, but also in their academics, in the classroom, and being a part of the overall school culture. So today we have on the line JALON Calhoun, rising sophomore, slot receiver, Duke University. Man, JALON Calhoun, how you doing, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, man, doing wonderful. And then right next to him, you'll see him right there. He's just slightly older than JALON. You know, this young man, a former college student athlete as well. That's his dad, Mont Calhoun. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
Hey, man, doing wonderful, doing wonderful. So we talked off air last night. We had a great conversation, and today I want to ask some questions from y'all so we can let this next generation of stars, these next generation of great young people learn something today and hopefully inspire and motivate them to do something great in their lives. So JALON, I'm gonna start with you, man.
Sorry.
What does being a student athlete mean to you? What does that mean to you being a student athlete?
But first off, you said student, and that plays a big role in everything, really, in recruiting and just want to be successful in life. I feel like you should, like, if you're in school and you're a student, you should want to strive to do your best, make the best grades you can, you know, produce just the same you would as you being an athlete. And student athlete means everything to me, really, because I grew up being a student athlete all my life. Since I was little, since I picked up the ball, I've been a student athlete, making good grades all throughout school. And I took pride in it because when I'm African American male, living in America, I'm saying, you know how that go. And
Yes.
everybody, I'm not an athlete. I'm more than an athlete. I'm a student too. So it really means everything to me, and I take pride in it.
Man, and let me say this, everybody that's watching this video, specifically the young people watching this video right now, when I look at his football resume, listen to what this young man was in high school. Now he's in college now. He's at Duke. He's a prestigious academic institution right now. But this young man, his senior year, he was the student body president. And that speaks a lot when a student athlete is the student body president. Then he was elected by school administrators to sit on the school athletic council. He was representing all the athletes in the school being on that council. How amazing is that? So when he says being a student first and an athlete second, this is from a top flight athlete, but also embodies what being a student is. JALON, that's outstanding, young man. Outstanding.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Now, Mont, as JALON was growing up, what was the most important thing, or what were the most important things that you and your wife wanted to instill in him as a young man? As parents, what did y'all want to instill in him as he was growing up and developing into this amazing student athlete?
The first thing would be is we put God first. That's the first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Next, the teaching to be a leader, not a follower. Understanding that life is going to throw you some challenges, but whatever it is, you're going to make it. Believe in yourself, understand, stay humble, and know that you're going to make it no matter what. And the challenges that you face, It's going to be difficult, but you will come out on top. And no matter what nobody says, you control your destiny by what you do, your effort, and what you actually put forth each day. When you hit the ground, your feet hit the ground, and you go. That's what it is. You go, and don't let nobody stop you. Nobody can stop you but yourself.
Wow, I love it. Jalen, now you shared a story with me about going to a camp over in Columbia, South Carolina. And I know you're a basketball hoop star too. Now we talked about academic stuff, being involved with the school culture, but this young man actually won 2 state titles in basketball as well. So that shows you what kind of athlete he is. And I'm a self-proclaimed world-class athlete, but I was not a great basketball player. So when I meet basketball players, I'm always excited because I truly believe that basketball players are the best athletes on the planet. Being able to run it up and down the court, jump, then put this basketball in this little cylinder. Hey man, that's a hard thing to do. But I just had to make sure I said that this young man not only has the character that his dad just described, that him and his wife were focused on instilling in him, but this young man, a multi-sport athlete with the character and the education to boot. Hey man, Mont, Jalen, hey, that's big time. And I love hearing about these kind of stories. But Jalen, can you share a little bit, a brief synopsis of that camp you went to down there in Columbia, South Carolina, when you start really thinking about, oh man, basketball or football? Can you share with the people watching this video a little bit about that story?
That count was probably one of those growth camps, and just as a player and as a person, really, because I learned a lot. I try to take, every time I step on the field, I try to take something away from like what I did in practice, in the game, like in a workout. I try to take something out of it from life. You know what I'm saying, just from life. But down there at the camp, I was down there with some of my other teammates and friends and stuff like that. We were going through the drills and everything, and I kept messing up. Just kept messing up on the drills and everything. And I was playing out of my position anyway. I was playing DB, something I never really worked on before. But I knew me wanting to be recruited that I could go as quarterback, as running back, wide receiver, DB, safety, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere where they want to put me, I'm going to go if that college suits me. But at the time, we was going through drills, messing up. And players, they weren't getting on me about anything. They just looked at me. But I kept going. You know, I wasn't ashamed about me messing up because that was my first time down there doing those drills with those dudes down there. You know, and they already have some offers and everything. I'm down there. I'm just down there just to get work. And my coach, Coach Chachi, shout out to him, EPT training. That's why I trained. Coach Chachi, he was looking at me and everything. So you got good size, you could run good. You got strength and everything. You got the body to be a DB, to really be in the position you want. And the story about Chachi is I went down there for DB, but I went to another camp that I can speak about later on that really is 7-on-7 where I played receiver, and I transferred over to receiver. And one thing about Chachi is he never really just limited me to any, like, one position. He just wanted me to play any position I wanted to play. And after that camp, Chachi told me, he said, you know, you're in 9th grade. What you want to play football or you want to play basketball? I said, either one really, whatever just gets my ticket out of Greenville. He was just like, he said, hey, football. He's like, football, how many players? I was like, I don't know, probably like 130 maybe on the team. And basketball, how many? Probably 15 max players. So you can do them. I said, that is a large number, knowing. And he said, you ever gonna be 6'7", 6'5"? I said, no, sir. Well, that speaks volume right there, what you want to do. And he said, I'm not knocking you from playing basketball, but just reality speaking, and you want to further your career in something else, I feel like you should go into football, focus on football, because you're just naturally gifted at it. And I was naturally gifted at basketball too. As you said, I won 2 state championships and stuff, but I grew as a player. It wasn't just, I started out on top with everything. Like, not even with football. Like, I had to learn some stuff with football and everything. Like, each each year I can just see myself grow as a player, and in any sport really. Even when I ran track, I just see myself grow as a player and as a person, and just learning out different stuff, learning different techniques, and it just made me just a better player and everything. But that camp just changed my life completely, because that's when I really decided when I really want to play football. And I'll never forget Coach Chachi in that conversation, because he really just inspired me and just let me know the real truth. And that's why I respect some coaches like that, and really some people like that, they just kept it real with me throughout the whole process. Because that recruiting process is long. Not a lot.
It is.
Long. High school not really long, but it's long too. So you're gonna be in there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand your grind and everything. But people just keeping it real with me. And he was one of them people who just kept real with me from the jump when I first met him, when I went down there, and he stayed on me. Even when I did mess up, the players didn't say nothing, but he did. He was like, "I know you better than me." And I was down there nervous a little bit because I didn't know none of them dudes. I'm saying I wasn't scared. I was just nervous. I was like, I'm saying I don't want to mess up on nothing. I'm saying we get the one doing the good, you know what I'm saying, doing good, doing my one. And then discouraged, but Coach Shachi just changed my life completely with that. And that camp is probably like one of the camps I remember out of most of my camps, just because of that conversation we had. And it had nothing to do with football. It just had to do about it. You know what I'm saying? And like that was just the main thing with me. Like me growing up, my parents taught me is like, football gonna end. Any sports you play gonna end sooner or later. Like we said, you're gonna be 30, late 30s, early 20s. So so just learning life lessons is really what I just like. My journey throughout everything is really what I'm seeking. It's just life lessons and stuff just to learn, so I can pass that knowledge down to somebody else, and just have it from just to know how the world works.
Right. Wow. And thank you for sharing that, because when you shared that story with me, I said, man, our young people that are watching this video have to hear this story about growth. Because this whole conversation, this whole student athlete playbook conversation, you've mentioned the words growth and learning. And if our young people and adults alike, but we never stop learning, people that know me and know our team, they know we talk about being lifelong learners. So when we have the opportunity to learn something and apply it, that's critical. And that's what you did as a ninth grader there. Your coach taught you something, you were eager to learn it, and then you applied it, and you continue to develop into this top-notch student athlete. I love it, man. So Jalen, I go back to you on this question. What were some of the things, and you just mentioned it, but maybe mention some different things in this if you can. It may be one or two things. It don't have to be a lot. It can be one thing. But what things did you do in high school that you truly believed helped you become a scholarship student athlete? Other than what you just named with Coach, the camps you went to, what other things do you think you did that helped you become a scholarship student athlete, where somebody wanted to actually give you the money to come to their school and be a student athlete to get your degree and to play at their school? What do you think some of those things are or were?
One word I just got for you, just off the top of my head, is grind. That's all I did. I'm a grinder. Like that's what I would do. I'm a hustler. I'ma just go. Like my pop said, like I was taught to go, and like I'ma just go. I'm saying like I wasn't afraid of nothing. I wasn't scared of nothing. I was just going, and I grinded because I knew when I was little. I told my pops every time I seen like, I was playing the game, so I'm playing Madden. I'm like, I'm gonna be on the game. I'm telling you, Pop, I said I'm gonna be on the game. I said I'm gonna be on the game. Told him now I'm playing the game. I just told him it's like something I believed in since I was little. I'm saying like just playing football, playing Division I football. I didn't go to the college I wanted to, but I'm at a college that I love and I respect so much, and I get to play football, something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So and that's really all I can say is just I grinded throughout high school. Like it was nothing was ever gave to me, like nothing at all. Like really, me and my dad, we sat down, sent out emails to like different colleges, and it didn't start out with the Duke universities, it didn't start out with the Alabamas, it didn't start out with none of those colleges.
Right.
because we already knew, we both knew that we weren't like they weren't gonna email us back. I already knew that.
Right.
I'm from Southside High School, and I can say that with pride. That's why I love to say that with pride. I came from Southside High School out of Greenville, South Carolina, to Duke University. I'm saying it. Like I said, we didn't start out sending emails to Alabama. We started out sending emails to local schools here in Greenville, South Carolina, because we didn't know where my path was gonna go. So
Exactly.
all it was just a grind throughout high school, send out emails, and it was some stuff that we could.
Yeah, you don't have to get into that.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to really speak on that because it just came in my head. But
Right.
it grind throughout high school. That's all I did. Like throughout high school, really, I didn't go out none. I stayed in the house. I was a game boy. I stayed on the game and I played football and I went to school. Switched those around. I went to school, played football, and played the game. And
I love it.
that's what I love to do. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to stand out. I wanted to be different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make a name for myself and for my family. And
Wow.
so that's why I always grinded. I always stayed on my grind. It don't matter what. Like my body hurts. Like my body hurting now. I just got out of workout. And
Right.
every time my body hurting, it's just like I gotta get another workout. And it's just something I just gotta do. Cause I feel like somebody's outworking me. But they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the mentality. That's the mentality
Right.
I have. Somebody's outworking me, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? So I go out there and every rep I go 100%, 110%. I'm going. And like I said, nobody's gonna outgrind me. That's really what high school is about for me. Just grind. That's really what it's about now. Just the grind. I just love the grind. And it ain't about the money, it ain't about the fame and none of that. It's just I love the grind. I love to play football. I like to be in school, different people, make connections and stuff. So it's really a grind in my life growing up. So it just kept with me. I stayed with it, and God blessed me to give me this opportunity. So right now I'm just gonna take the most of it, run with it, and go.
That's right, man. 3 things you said in there, absolutely beautiful. Young people, coaches, parents, listen to these 3 words I heard Jalen just mention that are critical. Grind. He never stops grinding, which means he never stops working. Then he said he took pride in being different. He did not want to be like everybody else. So when all the kids wanted to say, yeah, man, let's go over here, let's smoke something, let's snort something, let's do something we should not be doing, let's go do some kick doors, which means breaking into people's houses and all that stuff. Jalen said he wasn't a part of none of that. He didn't even want to be.
Not to cut you off, man.
Yes, sir.
Just to say one more thing about that.
Yes, sir.
With speaking to some of y'all athletes out here, and I know this, and I really appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to talk. Cause
yes, sir.
These athletes, they do need to understand that people will fall off your wagon. Like your friends aren't your friends in high school. You're not gonna have the same group of friends. You're not gonna have the same circle growing up. You will have to leave people behind. I'll say that again. You will have to leave people behind.
Yeah.
You don't see everybody at the top with everybody up there. Everybody who they grew up with, everybody who they came in contact with. You don't see everybody at the top with them. You see a certain few. That's why I surround myself. Matter of fact, surround yourself with people who give you positive energy, who can support you, and want to see you good in life. I hate to see people, hate on other people and just do other shitey stuff to other people, and it shouldn't be like that. I feel like I love to see people succeed, and I just feel like you should surround your people who want to succeed with you and who want to succeed themselves, not even to see you succeed, who succeed themselves. Because people surround. If I see one of my friends succeeding, it make me want to just go. You know what I'm saying? Go do something productive. Go do something. Just go do something. It don't matter what it is. Something productive. Well, I feel like, all right, I'm being successful with them. I'm right there neck and neck. And all my boys, we just feel like we in competition with each other no matter what, and who gonna be successful first. And it sounds funny, but we really talked about it. I said, like, we really want to be successful, and I feel like every athlete should want to be successful too. And I feel like they surround themselves with whoever it is. It don't even have to be your peers. It could be just your family. And like some athletes really don't understand that they see all these celebrities and stuff with friends and stuff. I said, you don't think that they know that that's not their real friends? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and it's just different stuff like that where just everybody ain't your friend, and that's what my people taught me. Everybody not your friend. So some people you just gonna have to leave behind, even when you get to school and wherever college you go to. Let's say you do go to Division I, Power 5. People not some teammates gonna hate on you too. Just because they on the same team, all grinding for the same thing, really. You
Right.
grinding for the team to, succeed, but you also grinding for your individual achievements too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hope everybody who go into college football want to make the league, but that ain't gonna happen. So when you do succeed, they gonna hate on you or they not. And really, in my opinion, I really don't either worry about neither one because that's affecting my grind. You know what I'm saying? That's affecting. I'm worried about who hating
Right.
on me. Then what?
Right.
I'm worried about one thing. I'm worried about people. I'm worried about what people think of me. What people think of that. That's why I say I want to be different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every athlete should just want to be different, stand out from another player. What makes you different from that player? What makes you different from that student? That's the case. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like classroom. Some students are smarter than you. I can say
Right.
that. I go to Duke University. I go to a prestigious university. And kids are smarter than me.
Yes,
But
you do.
they won't study more than me. You know what I'm saying? That goes to that grind too.
Right.
Yeah. I had to say something when you was talking about periods and everything because I done had to leave a lot of my friends or former associates behind because
Yeah.
I just seen a different picture. I seen a whole new image they didn't see, and they weren't seeing that picture with me. So I just had to cut them off, and that's what's gonna have to be in life too. Sometimes, everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna want to be your friend. So you just gonna have to stay on sometime.
That's true. And thank you for sharing that because when it comes from people the age of your dad and myself, young people might take that a little bit differently, what you said. So it's very important that our young people like yourself can speak to other young people about those kind of things as far as who you surround yourself with. And I know your dad heard that when he was young. I know I heard that when I was young. Hey, my parents definitely told me you have to be leery of who you hang around and you should surround yourself with the best people possible. And to this day, I have a group of young men that I grew up with that are my best friends, my brothers, really. And that's my circle of friends, man. I've met other people around, as I grew up. But only a few chosen one of those people have come into my inner circle. So, yes, Jalen, everything you said was outstanding. So remember this, everyone that's watching this video, Jalen mentioned grind, never stop working. Be different. Do not be afraid to stand out. And the last thing I want to share that he said, surround yourself with good people. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you very much. Now, Mont, as we get ready to close this thing on out, what is it? Because Jalen just said it. He goes to a prestigious college academically. It's one of the best in the country by far.
Yes.
You're talking about an Ivy League school that's not an Ivy League school, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to see Jalen accomplish academically and athletically at Duke University?
Okay. The first thing, what you just said, as far as academics, we preach that in our household from day one. Without grades, you can go nowhere, absolutely nowhere. So understand that as young athletes, male and female, your grades are the most important because that's what's going to carry you after that. Reach for the moon and back to the moon and back again. Whatever you want to do, go and grind and get that part. But know that your grades are first. So that's the first thing we taught him. Like you said, God gave him ability to play ball. That's wonderful. We thank God for it. But his grades was what we preached. So going to Duke, that decision for me, when he made that decision, because we laid it out for him. He was already committed to go to Duke, decommitted from there, and was going to went to Duke. With that, you know what, it's about the education. Both institutions were great. That was the key for us. Everything else is going to take care of itself. But for him to choose that, and that was his decision. It was his decision. Push him and grind him because I've always told him that make your decision, be that leader. Whatever you do, be a man about it because guess what? You have your name. That's what you have. And you push make that part because this is going to be your legacy for you and your family go on. But for him to choose Duke, academically, what I want from him is to, for one, be the best that he can be no matter what happens. You know, always understand that this is a blessing to be at an institution of that magnitude because it's going to carry so much, what we say as far as the weight. It carries.
That's right.
When that name of Duke is come across that resume or whatever it is, it carries away because they know you put in hard work. This is not a school you just go to just so you can get in. There's
Exactly.
a lot of people, thousands that don't get in. 4.5, 1.0s, perfect SATs.
Yes, sir.
So with that, that was the key for us to say, hey, listen, you know what? Go be the best you can be. Take advantage of this opportunity you have in front of you to have the best of both worlds. People kill to have an opportunity for one of those things. You have opportunity to grab both. So
that's right.
For academically, that was first. The next thing with football-wise go is that, you know what? That could be your ticket. That could be it to get you to be where you want to be because that's your dream and goal. Follow your goal no matter what they do. Nobody can stop you but you. To play ball. His goal was to make sure he tried to make the league. That's a goal of his. But the first goal is make sure that you graduate with a degree because, like you said, when you get 30, 28, 29, 30, everybody knows, listen, these are stats. This is nothing we made up. The league averages 3 to 5 years is the average time. And you know what they tell you? The NFL stands for not for long. Okay?
That's right.
So understand that with your degree is what's going to carry you through. All right. I hope and pray that he's plays 20 years in the league. I do. That's because that's my son. I want him to be the best he can be and achieve that. But understanding the underlying behind that is your grades to get through. And when you finish ball, whatever that is, that you have something to fall back on to take care of your family. Because everybody doesn't make the $100 million contracts. People don't understand that.
No, they don't.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Right.
All right. And so your education is first and foremost. So Duke, to me, was that perfect fit for him. That is going to give you discipline in life. It's going to give you those combinations and those things to where you can actually value just life itself, to where you build the relationships and bonds that's going to carry you, because we know what they say up there is true. The brotherhood, that is so true. That, you know, is who you know, and you have who you know with what you know, man, you can go to the, you can go. I mean, that's the key. So for that, I do is a blessing. I thank God for it. And that for me, what I love for the fact for him that he has the best of both worlds and just take advantage of it, stay humble. And like I said, I always keep God first and everything else going to fall into place. The ball will fall into place.
Excellent, man. Thank you for sharing that. Listen, parents, coaches, student athletes, you heard it. Graduate. When we get these scholarships, we have to go finish the deal. And finishing the deal is graduating from the university, the college that we attend. Absolutely. Absolutely, we have to get it done. Thank you, Mont, for sharing that with us. Now, as we finish up, let me say this. So when we start talking about Jalen projecting to go out and do his thing at Duke University next season, this young man was the leading receiver as a true freshman at Duke last year. He was a freshman All-American. So this young man has the athleticism and the ability to do great things. But you see the way he's talking, you see the way his dad is talking, that he also has the skill set and the ability to go do something else as well. That's the key here, to have a skill set and to continue to grow as a person to become who you are meant to be in life. Thank y'all for sharing that information with us, guys, about your story, Jalen. So now, Jalen, what number do you? I want everybody to hear this from Jalen's mouth, so y'all can check him out on ESPN, on the ACC network, on whatever network he's playing on in the fall. Jalen, shout out your number, man, so they can let them know.
Number 5. Number 5. I'm gonna say that with some pride. Number 5. Check me out.
That's right. And for people that did not know, I met this young man and his dad through one of my brothers from Presbyterian College that we played ball together up there in Clinton, South Carolina. So it's an honor and pleasure to meet his family members and somebody following that family tradition of playing ball high level and making great things happen. So in closing, real quick, real brief, Jalen, do you want to give out your social media so people can hit you out on social media right quick?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow me on Instagram at jalon.ea. That's JALONN.EA. And then follow me on Twitter at primetimejalen_.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all hit Jalen up and so continue to support him and check him out this fall because he will be making some plays out there on the field for sure and hitting them books in the classroom. Now, in closing, Jalen, real briefly, what would you like to say to the parents, the student athletes that are watching this, the coaches that are working with the next generation of stars coming up behind you, the student athletes, male and female? What would you like to leave with them?
First for the athletes, I'm just saying, don't take no days off and don't let nobody else shape your future and what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Follow your dream and whatever you want to do. Don't let nobody else tell you can't do nothing. Don't let nobody else tell you too small. You can't run, you can't jump, can't shoot. Don't let nobody else tell you you can't do that. You can do anything you want to do. You set your mind to, and God have a plan for you. Just follow that plan always. For the parents and the coaches and stuff, y'all just keep giving support to these athletes out here. They need it. Just guide them in the right way possible. Just give them all the tools and everything to be successful and everything. I hope what I said helped y'all a lot. I hope it helped mostly for the athletes and trying to figure out who you are. Because that was a big thing for me, just trying to figure out who you are and growing up. So just find out who you are. Don't let nobody stop you. Take no days off. Grind and dare to be different. Don't be the same as nobody. Nobody like a copycat.
Thank you, sir. And Mont, what are the last words you want to leave with everybody watching this video?
Well, first thing for the parents, understand that, like Jalen just said, the support is huge. It really is. If your child wants to be something, whatever type athlete, let them do that. Let them fly. Let them go. Be there, support them. Understand when it's good and bad, because guess what? It ain't gonna always be sunny outside. It's not. But understand when they go times, be there for them, because that's the times when coaches see is when you down 30-0 is when they want to see you, not when you up 30-0. That's easy. Everybody want to be on that train when you're riding high. It's when you low. Those coaches gonna pay attention to the demeanor of the kids, demeanor of the parents. They're gonna pay attention to that. So parents, make sure you're there to support them. Athletes, understand, no grades, you don't play. Period. You don't get scholarships, you don't get offers. Understand your social media can destroy you. Understand that don't have all different things on there. The coaches and scouts look at that and they will pull scholarships. Personally, I know individuals that they pulled their scholarship because they had negative stuff on their social media pages. So understand, clean it up. You can still be you, but understand if you're trying to go somewhere, they pay attention. They actually have people hired to actually look at just social media pages. They do. So stay humble. Understand, sky's the limit for you. Understand you're going to have to stand alone at some point in time. Never give up. Never let anybody tell you otherwise. You're going to make it as long as you believe that first. And I want to say this to Barry. Thank you for the opportunity. Barry, in my heart, I know that you are doing a great service to this world by what you're doing, the platform to try to help student athletes. That's what I love when it was student athlete part, because it helps. If you just help and touch one person, you change it. You can change a million. So thank you for what you, the work that you put in. We appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Hey man, thank you, Mont. Thank you, Jalen, very much, man. I appreciate you, and thank you, Cole Mack, for introducing me to your brother and your nephew, man. Appreciate that, Cole Mack. Had to give you a shout out. That's Corey McKelvey. He was number 2 at PC. I was number 3. So yes, sir.
Yeah. It's your boy Young P.I., man. We keeping it real on this one. Might be the realest stuff I ever put on paper, homie. Check me out. Off the bat, before I get this started, first just let me make this clear. This is about to be the realest that you will ever hear. This is about no 24 rolls, gold or none of that. This is for my niggas that get on the grind, trying to get them money stacked. All because they say you can't, you know you can, and that's a fact. All you hating,